Skates on the beat.
Episode 68 in the books.
Cool.
You like this? You like this beat, Vish? I like how you didn't hear it, and then you heard it. You're like, "What the?"
Yeah, it was a react there.
Do you, do you know where this beat's from? Do you know where it's a remix from?
No.
Aw, you want to give it a guess?
I need to hear it. I don't know.
Kill Bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can hear it now,
Yeah,
right?
I can hear it now.
Yeah. All right, so this is episode 68. We talk about business, money, big boy things. We had a shout out to our little dog that just jumped on the intro there. But yeah.
Cool. Merchandise.
Yes. Pick up some teas on Teespring. Shop.elementfire.com. Support the podcast via Vish.
By sharing,
Yeah, you share that.
commenting,
You can comment. You
subscribing,
can subscribe on that. Yeah.
and last but not least, video reply.
Video replies. Actually, we're gonna change it. No more video replies. I want to hear like pre-made beats now.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can make a beat.
send us some beats. Yeah,
You can make a beat and then you just like send it over.
yeah, royalty free.
Yeah, royalty free. Yeah, shout out to all you musicians out there. It's dope.
Yeah. Here we go.
Take an inhale. Exhale. Namaste. All right, 3, 2, 1. Boom. We're back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. This is episode 68. Had to double check with it, right?
Yeah.
All right, you gave me a look and I was like, is it wrong?
No.
All right, cool.
I did not look at you. I don't know what I was doing.
So this is episode 68, regular style podcast where we talk about 4 things that we thought were cool from the week, and we just deconstruct them, because what's better than Socratic method of why?
Okay.
Why does this exist? Etc. Okay, so first on the docket, we got... You want to go first?
Oh, sure.
All right, cool.
Once again, it's an Elon Musk one.
Oh, snap. Didn't we start the last 5?
I think so. I think so. But there's stuff been going on. So.
All right, so I remember he had the Japanese dude as the first person to go into
Yeah, that
space.
was SpaceX.
5 billion.
Yeah.
Billions, not 5 billion. I don't know how much.
Yeah,
he
it
spent,
was
but
something
yeah.
like that.
5 billion? Oh man, I was just throwing that number out there. I didn't know it was real.
Well, no, that's not the real number per se.
Oh,
We just
okay.
don't know. Okay, anyway, so remember that tweet that he said, we're gonna take Tesla private
Okay, yeah.
at 420 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the SEC, which is
SCC?
SEC,
Oh, okay.
which is like the security, like, damn it, I didn't look up what that was.
All right, Security Evidence Convention. We'll say it's security.
No, it's like for no.
Experiential.
It's like
conquest.
for fraud and stuff. Like
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, securities evacuation contest.
No.
He's Googling it. SEC stands for...
Security and Exchange Commission.
Okay, I was close.
Okay.
Security was the
I
first
did
word,
say
right?
security.
Yeah,
I did say. So they got sued by them because they thought it was fraud.
What?
It's a fraud thing to do, because he didn't really go private, right?
Okay.
Like, because he's saying that they misled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. So you gotta be really careful with what you say, eh?
Yeah,
When
and
you're
he
in a
didn't.
high power position.
And when he tweeted it, he didn't check it with anybody.
Okay, so like because of that, it's like it's considered fraud because it would affect the economic choices of your investors.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That makes sense.
yeah. So they sued him, and there was like other things that they want to do, but that was early in the week.
Wow, I wonder if he'll lose his companies.
What?
He's such like a like, you know what I mean, like with the whole like weed smoking and then now like the fraud charges. It's like, whoa, okay, you guys need to
Well,
relax.
that was about that specific, but that nothing like But anyways, so that was early in the week. I'm like, then they yesterday they came to the conclusion.
Okay.
So which is he has to pay $20 million.
Okay.
And himself and Tesla, so it's $40 million.
Oh my god! Wow.
And then they actually wanted him off the board or whatever, like off as CEO.
Uh-huh.
But so they came to the conclusion like, okay, you can be CEO, but you're off the chairman.
Okay.
Off as chairman, and they have to have.
That's crazy.
They have to have independent director take that position.
Wow.
For 3 years.
Wow. And he accepted?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't do anything else.
That sucks.
Right?
Damn, Elon.
Yeah.
You're awesome. You're like Tony Stark. A loose cannon.
Right.
You know? Genius loose cannon.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So,
I mean, that was it.
Oh, okay. So
it was a quick thing. Yeah, it was like, but I mean, like for 3 years, yeah, you can't be chairman. So I guess that could affect decision making.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I guess the primary takeaway here is watch what you say.
Yeah, or don't. Yeah, well, I think because now Tesla also has to take care of his Twitter account too. Like.
Oh no, they're gonna mitigate it.
Well, when he has to tweet stuff about Tesla. Like
Okay.
to make sure you go through, because he didn't go through
through
the board or whatever before he did that
Wow.
tweet. So that was.
But imagine how
also
pissed he is. He's
problematic.
like, dude, I invented Tesla. Like, you guys need to relax.
Yeah, but once you're a public company,
Yeah,
it's a little bit more
for sure,
difficult to do that.
Actually, I was watching this interview with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish about their upcoming movie, their newly released movie, and they were saying how like a lot. There's been a lot of claims like, oh, like Netflix is like biased or whatever, and then Kevin Hart was
Netflix?
yeah, like with the comedians who they give specials to. And then,
Well,
hold on,
okay.
No, yeah, you already went against it, and it is incorrect. So, I don't want to name the comedian, but the one comedian was going against Kevin Hart. So just watch the interview if you want to find out who the comedian is. But he was saying like, oh yeah, they're biased, and then Kevin Hart's like, no, well they are biased, but you have to look at it not like it's because you're black. It's because can you provide a return on their investment? They're going to give you all this money and they want to make their money back and then some. So of course it's biased. It's like, who is the most important celebrity in the moment, right? And it's sort of like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's based on money.
it's based on money. That's what Kevin Hart said. Yeah, he's like, it's nothing to do with like, you're black and you're white. No, it's like, can you provide a return on your investment?
Yeah.
Right. And it's kind of like this Tesla thing right now, because it's like, yeah, it is yours, you know, but at the same time, it's like, we're investing money in you, so we need our money back. So you can't be a loose cannon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, look at the money moves.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Business rules everything.
Yeah.
Which is kind of is really
especially
true.
when you're a public company. When you're private, you can
do
all
whatever you want.
You can do all that
exactly,
stuff.
exactly.
So that's why nothing's happening with SpaceX. But
exactly. But like, it's weird how money rules everything. You know, not money, but like business rules everything. Because like even on a small scale level, like, oh, do you want to cut my grass? I'll give you this lemonade. That's a business transaction.
Yeah.
People don't like to think about it like that. They're like, oh, I'm doing a favor. It's like, no, but you can break that down into economic terms.
I mean, everything is. I mean, we've been.
Because that's who we are as a species. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, we just call it business.
Trade is business.
Yeah, it could be called anything. Exactly.
Food
yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Or like, you stay home, like even hunter-gatherer times. I'll go hunt, you stay with the kids.
Yeah, that's method of transaction.
Yeah, it's all transaction based.
Yeah.
People just don't like hearing business. People don't like the real. It's like too harsh, you know. You gotta sugarcoat it sometimes.
Right.
It's called trade, not economic capitalism. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, actually, this is interesting. I'm going to switch my topic.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So this is gonna be, or maybe I'll just like, I'll try and put them all together as one. Maybe I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but so I read. This is the new topic.
Okay.
This is not originally my topic. So, but it's a great segue into what you're saying. So I read Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
And what I gathered from it is like, there's some good points.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also some really bad points.
Oh.
Right. But it's like, I mean, on why capitalism is, you know, good or bad.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's another book I read. It was like Brief History of Economics. And basically, people have been going through different iterations of how to run a country.
Yeah.
They just don't know what to do. Okay, so let me break down communism. Okay,
Sure.
So at its core, communism is just the upper ruling class that gets to dictate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't really own anything. Like it's providing you with like what you must do, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
That just sounds like kingdoms. So you call it this like negative word, capitalism, but it's like if we were back in like King Arthur's time, it would essentially be the same thing.
Yeah.
So why are you freaking out? Like that's why they're like, oh, the Chinese are communists. It's like, yeah, but they've been living that way for thousands of years. Dynasties, man. Hello.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
It's not like
it's not a negative thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the thing that they said on there is
Yeah.
like with capitalism, if everything's too free, then it's like you're kind of running amok because like
Yeah.
nobody's regulating it. It's like that's a good point. You're right, actually. You know, like,
Yeah.
but that's why we have mixed economies now, which are like
Yeah.
capitalism and communism. Like it's just like they call it socialism.
Yeah.
You know, like Canada is a mixed economy.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess socialism is a better word per se because it's because you still vote on your leader, right? Versus
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Whereas like communism, it's more mirrored towards like the dynasty base, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this king is this
Right.
new king, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But it's like we've been living that way for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it so negative now? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like it's just old school versus new school, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's why I think it's so important to read.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't have to read, but like do your research and
Yeah,
then,
yeah. Well, that's
and
still
then-
reading, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's still-
you have to do your research, but then link it back to something you know.
Yeah.
So like people like, all right, if you read it without a critical eye, you'll just be like, oh, communism, this thing, right? But I use my critical eye when I like read things and learn things. So it's like, okay, this is more related to this. So that it never said in the book that it was like dynasties or whatever, but I made that connection. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where
It's
it's
like-
similar, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
similar. That is
yeah.
literally what it is, though.
Mhm.
It's like the kingdom would have ruled everything, and then you would have just been like a commoner. But people are like, "Oh no, I don't want to be just a commoner. I want to have like control of my own fate." But capitalism's also bad because then it makes one thing it said there is people become factory tools
Yeah.
because it's like now you're just using you like
Yeah, when
go
you
to the factory and then you'll
Yeah.
produce my thing. Like you're just you're not thinking about people as people anymore. You're thinking of them as an output
Yeah,
resource.
yeah.
So that's also bad
Yeah.
if it's pure capitalism.
Well, that's where the regulations are supposed to be there. Like this is where
But to say regulation would be like that's more of a communist thing because there's more control. Basically,
well,
communist
it's
is
a
like
mix,
control.
right? Yeah.
But I mean, like if you look at the two spectrums,
Mm.
communism basically means complete control, and capitalism means complete freedom. So is it like, do you want to be completely free or completely controlled?
Yeah.
That's why you need a mix, right?
Yeah. But I think most economies are mixed, even though they say they're capitalist or not.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
U.S. is not pure capitalist.
No, it's not pure capitalist.
Yeah.
No, it can't be pure capitalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it like another good point that they said, if it's pure capitalist, it's like then it creates a disparity between the classes. You'll have the super
Mhm.
rich and the super poor. Whereas if it was communist, it's like we relatively keep it
Yeah.
even,
Yeah.
you know? But then people are like, well, if I'm a doctor, I don't want to be paid as much as like a garbage man. And it's like, you're 100% correct. You know what I mean?
They make a lot of money though too.
Garbage man?
Yeah. Here at least,
Yeah, that's true.
versus other countries.
But you know what's interesting? Like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without like giving too much away.
Okay.
But like, working now,
Mm.
it's interesting to see the parallel between people who make lots of money and people who don't make lots of money.
Yeah.
Generally, people who make lots of money do a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
People who make less money do a lot of laboring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. Yes.
Like, all right, think about okay, you have a manager makes
yeah,
like
yeah, no.
50,000, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
have like the McDonald's employee
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
who's making like 20 grand a year,
Mhm.
right? But simultaneously, who's actually doing a lot more work? Like physically, the McDonald's person. The manager is just thinking a lot. He just has to organize things. So it's more like who's got the best
No.
critical
No.
thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like that almost seems unfair as well. You know?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is kind
I
of weird.
don't-
It's like, but like, yeah, but they're not thinking. So, but it's like, but you're laboring so much. But the disparity's so high.
Yeah,
Like, I can easily make, I do easily make double
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
regular.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's kind of unfair, I think. You know? But I mean, like, not complaining. I mean,
Yeah, no. I understand that.
I am complaining.
But you
actually,
have
it's
to.
like-
I don't know. I mean.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. That's capitalism.
But I get
for you.
yeah. But it's up to McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
they
capitalism for
wanna
you. That's
do
what I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
capitalism.
Yeah.
I feel.
I know there's
almost
other
kinda
areas,
bad.
other ones that are doing the same kind of thing, but pay better than McDonald's. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
It's
for
just
sure.
how the employees, or how the
Yeah.
employer wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to me. But I was thinking about this yesterday.
Mm.
I have a white collar job with a blue collar mindset.
Okay.
That's why I'm so hardworking, because it's like it's
Y-
more of a blue collar mind. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
they get
yeah,
this done.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you have a white collar job. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's like white collar job, white collar mindset, it's like, I'll do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, oh man.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was pretty.
Okay.
that was pretty neutral. Okay,
Yeah.
try to keep it neutral there. All right, anyways, all right. What's your topic? Yeah.
Okay, so it's hard to find another topic, but
4 things from the week is difficult.
yeah, it still is difficult.
Actually, it's 2 things from the week, because I think of 2, you think of 2.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's still.
It's really just 2
Anyway,
things.
so yesterday I finished all of Spider-Man.
Oh snap! He did not stream it.
No, I did not.
No, but he
enjoyed everything.
He got 100% completion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm like, well, what should I play next?
Okay.
There's nothing there until Red Dead, and I started looking into Red Dead, what's in the game and stuff, right? Because
yeah.
there's some recent stuff that was going on where people got to play it. These journalists or whatever. It's not fair. Anyways, so there's some cool things.
Okay.
For instance, 200 different species of animals.
That's some impressive coding. You know what I mean? Like,
No, see, like, you know how you thought, GTA and it's the world?
uh-huh.
Yeah, I think this is more than that now. Like, to the next level of being, you're just going to be in this world. You're not
Oh,
gonna-
it's like supreme absorption.
yeah.
It's like complete not artificial reality. Like, you're like just in it now.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty crazy.
You know, if you think about that code plus the code of that one game where like each planet is generated, so you can never come to the same planet twice. Remember that
yeah.
game?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
No Man's Sky or something?
No, but yeah. So like with that, it's interesting because if you could take that code and then you transpose it, you merge it with this code, you can create some craziness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could just like have different cities, so like
Right,
they'll just evolve in their own way in this. So, all right, for those of you who don't know, Red Dead is basically Grand Theft Auto. All right, if you don't know what Grand Theft Auto is, basically it's
Everyone
like
knows Grand Theft
gangsters
Auto.
living in a freaking city,
Okay.
right? So then,
Mm-hmm.
Red Dead is basically gangsters living in the West,
Okay.
Western
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
Western time period. So what we're saying is like the game is based off of Industrial Revolution. Like
Yeah.
they're entering into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it would be crazy to put that code in there, and then you could come across like different little towns that are never the same. That'd be crazy, right? And they're always
That'll
evolving.
probably eventually happen.
I know, that's scary, yo.
I think in order to get to the level of this type of graphic quality,
Yeah.
it's going to take time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was one of the things. So it's like all these
Hashtag
different-
Ready Player One. We're coming.
Yeah.
Coming for you.
So then you can hunt these animals too,
That's it. That was a cool part of the game.
and
In the first game.
make money and stuff.
Can you all right, so this is the problem with open world. So I remember with Fable, I found out that you can like hunt monsters and then like
Yeah.
take like whatever and then go to the store and sell it. So I wouldn't progress in the story
Okay.
for like weeks because I
Oh.
would just be doing that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
I started
yeah,
to
yeah.
build like an economic life in the game, and then I
Mhm.
realized like I am not progressing the story. I'm wasting my own time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just do
yeah.
that in the game though? It's like
Of
you
course
can
you
make,
can.
like,
Yeah,
millions
you
of
can just
dollars?
go hunt and keep making your camp that you're gonna have, keep feeding them and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's still more to know. Right?
Okay.
So the other stuff was like more to do with animals again, is because you get to, instead of cars, there's horses.
Yeah, yeah.
But here you can train the horse like over time. If when it gets like comfortable with you, it's more like when in scary situations or jump situations.
Okay, yeah.
It's more controlled.
Okay.
Versus
that's cool. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So
Like, it trusts you more.
Yeah, it trusts you
everything.
more and stuff. And then so there's like 19 different breeds of horses. So like Mustangs.
Wow.
I don't know the other names, the Arabian horses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you can like pet them and then groom them.
That's impressive.
And like instead of the in GTA, there's like the gun wheel or the click wheel where all these different guns are there, and then in this one you're only limited to like how much you can actually carry.
Oh, that's sick.
And most of them are going to be, like, other guns will be stored in the horses, like the saddle.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a cache.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be sick if they. I don't know what the controls are, but it'd be cool if they had like quick draws. So like the LR. So like
they might. I don't know.
So like the left right. L1, R1,
yeah,
stuff like that. So each one of them is like a quick draw for your next weapon. So you can only actually carry like 4 weapons on you, or like if you have 2
I think
weapons,
it's.
That would be pretty sick.
I think it's like 2 or 3 or something.
So
like
like
that.
let's say
like
you
one
have
for
2. Let's say you start off with 1 weapon and then you add a second one. So it'd be like L1 is the quick draw, and then you press L2 to switch the weapon quickly.
Yeah.
And then like you can only add 4.
They kind of showed that in one of the later videos.
Beast.
So I think like
That'd
one
be so
is
beast.
like one pistol probably in your holster. Then you got one around, like strapped around your back, like
Oh, that'd be so beast.
like a shotgun or something. And then you have another gun holding in your hand. So you're kind of like playing with the 3. I think I don't know how much total you can have. But it's pretty cool, like to limit to what you need.
Yeah,
or
no,
like
that's
just
really
pick
cool.
what
That's
you
really
need,
cool.
and then instead of like having a whole gun wheel of stuff to,
true.
to choose from.
Infinite.
Yeah.
Like in GTA, you can like have different types of
and
submachine
so
guns.
many. Yeah,
like subcategories within the categories.
yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah. And then like then the other activities that they're just showing off skills, fishing.
Wow.
Like they're just showing that stuff right now, and then.
Why am I even living my life? let me just go to work, come home, and just kill myself.
Well, just play GTA or Red Dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's soon gonna be like artificial reality is way more entertaining than reality.
Mm-hmm.
But who's to say what reality is, right? If like the Matrix is like it's electrical signals going to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're like, oh, you're not living your life, but it's like, no, I am living my life. I'm living a digital life.
Yeah.
So who are you to tell me that I am not?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So like I'm super. It's less than a month away now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because like you and I are very like opposite in this. Like I know but we used to switch, right? Like when we were kids, I would just be playing video games.
But I didn't have any video games.
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
But,
like I mean a little bit, but not.
But now that we're older, like
consoles.
I'm like actively trying to like affect things in life because it's like to me life became a video game.
Right.
And then but for you it's like now you're like the digital world and I'm like trying to be in the real world, you know? One is not better than the other. It's like I wish I could play those games too, but it's like but I'm like more focused at this moment on but I'm sure it'll switch one day too, and then I'll like if artificial reality becomes so ridiculous I'll be like let's hop on in, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Never know. But that's cool. Some cool Red Dead stuff.
Yeah, that game's exciting. When does it come out?
Oh man, I don't know, in October and near the end of October. It's less than a month away, so something like October 26th, I think it was.
Ultra sick.
Yeah.
All right. It's funny because like, all right, just like quick side note about like, you can really utilize the same problem-solving skills that you do in the game as in real life.
Yeah.
Because like, in the game, I would like you'd have like money and then I'd like ration it out, right? Because like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy this shirt, blah blah blah, right? But I do that in my own life now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's weird.
There are a lot of lessons to learn.
There are a lot of lessons
from these types of games.
Yeah. Like problem solving skills that you would have not gotten. You know. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So final topic of the week. I'm just gonna do like a sub note because my old topic was talking about Logic's album and how it's progressing back to the old school. Just read the article I wrote online instead of listening to me talk about it here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's super sick. You should listen to it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Meaning versus no meaning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so my final topic is going to be. It's not really a question this week. Well, it's more like a pondering thought.
Okay.
So we are a warring species.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe, so like, all right, there's yoga and there's martial arts for like, for connecting, like as like let's call it a recreational pastime. Okay. So when you do yoga, you're more thinking about yourself, right?
Yeah.
In these yogic circles, you don't really go to class and we're like, oh, you might be like, that was a great practice today, but it's like you don't really know what they did, you know, they could have been slacking off. It's more like individual based, right?
Okay.
Whereas martial arts is like tapping into your primal instincts.
Yeah.
You know, and then like you'll be like great roll or like great sparring session, right? And like you have to like deal with your animal instincts and your pride and all that, and like then you end up becoming like closer friends with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say that even though I don't really like engage much with a lot of people, I'd say I'm more close to the people that I've been punched in the face from than the people that I just interact on a daily basis with, right? Because there's just something there, you know what I mean? It's like more primal.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. You agree? Like,
yeah.
You know, because like you're getting in the face, you're like, all right, I gotta respect you, I gotta trust that you're not gonna really hurt me.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a great video I just posted on Instagram because I've seen it for a while. Vladimir Putin is a black belt in judo, and it shows him like practicing with other people. And regardless of what you say about Vladimir Putin, and like him being, I wonder if like this will be like tagged, you know what I mean? Like just because I said his name, it's like they're like, okay, this is going in a database here now, you know what I mean? But like, all right, like all politicians have their ups and downs, whatever. We're not going to judge that. But the fact that he's a black belt in judo means to me that he would have been tapped out, he would have been thrown, he would have been strangled by another person. And if he allowed other people to do that to him, there's some character there. It's like you can't be all.
Well, when did he start that though?
I'm sure it takes like years to get a black. Well, no.
No, I mean
depends on when you.
When did he start? Because if he was already in some high level position,
he was a KGB before he became the Tsar. What is that? Russian Tsar.
It's just president. Some
president.
Yeah.
Leader.
I don't know what they call it there.
Obviously, we have no clue. That's our ignorance right there.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, so what are you getting at?
No, I'm just wondering if he did start when he was younger or whatever. Yeah. Like then he would have actually done some actual level of fighting. Like grappling or whatever.
No, but you still have to be thrown. And then in the video.
No, I get that, but I mean, like if he was already in a top level position, is people just kind of giving him.
No, okay, so
that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
No, see, martial arts isn't run that way. You can't. That's so what I wrote in the thing, and I'm like bringing it up here is like martial arts is the great equalizer, because no matter what level you are, they're not just gonna give it to you. Some might give it to you, but if you're actually like, if you watch the video, he's got skill, and you're like, oh wow. But you would have had to, like, I'm watching him like, you're sick. You're actually sick.
Okay.
Like, I wish more people, like, Justin Trudeau is the only other one that I know that practices martial arts. He does boxing.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's sick. The fact that you're like in that zone of vulnerability means like signals to me that you have some, I don't want to say humanity, but like, because everyone's human, right? But it's like, you have like some level of like, I will concede.
Okay.
You have some understanding, right? So like somebody who's never done it, it's like the ultra A type. That's like win, right? But sometimes you can't always win in martial arts. You will get choked and you'll get punched in the face. And if you can keep going back, there's something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
right.
So yeah, and then in the video, it also shows him sparring with a younger person. She like trips him, but it doesn't show the rest of it. But like, it's like, yeah, he was she owned you.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like he was trying, and then he got like a leg sweep or something, and then they both fell to the floor, and then it cut because like she probably mounted him, choked him out. You know what I mean? But like the fact that you can engage in that, it's like you hear it all the time with like celebrities too. It's like they'll go like Guy Ritchie. He'll say that people will call him Hollywood, like that's his nickname on the mat because he's like from Hollywood, right?
Okay.
It's like, oh, Hollywood's back for another session, and then it doesn't matter what movies you've done, it doesn't matter what you've done. Yeah. It's like it's just you and me right now,
right?
And I can battle you.
Yeah.
So that's why it's an equalizer, you know. And I thought that's really cool. We should think about. I think martial arts should be taught, like, to some level of it.
Yeah.
You know. Even though, all right, so, okay, I know what you're thinking, but I don't do martial arts, but we used to fight as kids.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
We would like go on the grass, the lawn, and then we'd like circle out. And you were the scary one because you had the knuckles. We call you Wolverine. Remember that? Because your punches really freaking hurt. Because you had like the freaking bony knuckles, and you'd punch them like, oh god, it hurts so bad. You were older,
yeah.
So you learned it.
Yeah.
So I think people need to engage in that kind of physical confrontation.
Yeah.
You need to know your ego needs to be slapped sometimes.
True.
You know. Yeah, that's why I call it the great equalizer. You can't get that with any other system. Actually, they said in this book, Prometheus Rising, I read, there's yoga, and then they had to create a martial arts system that was like spiritual, just like yoga, because yoga postures are too slow for some people. So you're not getting to a relaxed state.
Okay.
But if you fight it out, you're gonna exert yourself so much you're gonna be tired, and then you'll be relaxed, right? Because like the whole goal of meditation is to relax, right? That's really what it is, you know. Like the whole goal of meditation really is to just relax so that you can come back to the world and be like, all right, that's probably why Osho said like meditation's good, stopping meditation is great.
Okay.
Because then you're like, now you're not like running away from your problem. Remember that podcast we had before?
Yeah.
It's like you're just escaping the situation.
Right.
So the tantric is the one who's like you're using your meditation in life. You're like, your life has become a meditation because you're relaxed in life.
Gotcha.
You know. So with the yoga, they created the asana to help relax you, but some people are just like, I can't deal with like slow movement. I need a faster way, and that's why martial arts became so popular.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's why it became a spiritual practice. Like back then, it was like, sure, for war, but then how did you commercialize martial arts in the Western contemporary society?
Yeah, right.
It's by using it as like a means to develop your character.
Good. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, I think it's more character developing. I think martial arts is more character developing than yoga, because like in yoga you can still have the ego because nobody's telling you suck. No, right. But when you get punched or get choked out, it's like, I suck.
Exactly.
You know, and then you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, you can have a false bravado in yoga, but you can't escape that. You can't walk away with that in martial arts because there's gonna be somebody that's better than you. Right. Yeah. Eventually. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that's my thoughts. Big ups to Black Belt Putin. I like that. That was really cool. I'm gonna overlook any other thing that you've done or said in the past. Just the fact that you have a black belt's pretty awesome.
Talking about just one topic. That's fine.
Yeah.
Of that.
Like when in that zone, it shows me you have some character.
Right.
But that could just be like our perception could just be like, again, propaganda. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't actually know you.
Exactly. No. I mean, even. Yeah. We gotta be careful of that too.
Yeah, right. Like how I was saying, like meeting all your heroes on the last one, like seeing all these live shows. I'm like, I could tell now. Like you can watch the Netflix special and you're like, I think that guy's good, but then you actually see them in person, you're like, he's not actually as good as he. Like that's more editing. Yeah. You know, so you gotta wake up. I don't know. That's all I got. Okay. My brain hurts from being so woke. Oh. I'm kidding.
I know. Just saying.
All right. So, yeah, I guess next week there will be no podcast. I am in Lake Placid.
Where the crocodile exists.
Yeah, that's where that is, right? Lake Placid?
Yeah, that's
that movie, right?
That's that movie that
Lake
I know.
Placid is the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so I'm going to Lake Placid, so there'll be no podcast
Watch
next
out
week.
for them.
And then there'll be a podcast the week after. Yeah. So, we'll probably do it on Venom.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So, next podcast will probably be a movie review. Yeah, of Venom, which doesn't look that great. But we'll see. I mean, hey, you never know.
Yeah.
I like Tom Hardy.
That's true. Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah. All right. Till next. All right. Wait. No. Hold on. Because I like asking this. Vish, final thoughts.
Jeez. I don't know, man. What do I talk about? I don't know. Don't do fraud.
Don't do fraud. Wow.
That's my topic. So.
We're all lying though.
Are we?
Yeah.
Lying in what sense?
Because nothing is ever fully true. Because there's no such thing as truth. So.
So we're lying then?
Yeah, because if you say.
Is that lying or just?
If you say no, because the opposite of truth telling is lying, right?
No, if you're ignorant. Is that lying?
No. Okay, hold on. All right, check this out. I'm gonna break this down right now.
Okay.
All right. So people are like, you have to tell me the truth, right? Okay. Okay, no, here. I take your cookie. Okay, tell me the truth. Did you take my cookie? Right? And then you're like, yes, I did take your cookie. You're like, oh, he told the truth. Not really, because through his perception, through his recollection, he believes that the cookie was taken. He took the cookie. Following what I'm saying?
No.
All right. So in order to did you take the cookie? I have to stop and think back in my memory. Did I take the cookie? And then answer to the best of my ability, yes or no.
Okay.
But we know that memories are not real. So in fact, maybe you did not take the cookie. You just remember.
Okay, I see what you're trying to play here. I see what you're trying to play here.
You know what I'm saying? So we're always lying because there's no truth. You don't actually know. You can just recall. But we have pseudo memories all the time.
Sure, you can play that game.
Right? That's, you know what that is? That's the jerk. All right, so till next time.
That's like those people that debate, just trying to find a way to
that's what lawyers do.
No, I know.
Right?
That's fine. That's fine.
Should have been a lawyer. Would have got 6 figures. Damn. That's another topic for another day. I'm reading this book, Bleakonomics, right now. I didn't start it yet.
Oh, okay.
I have the book, so it's the one I'm going to read.
Okay.
Basically, the job market's pretty bad, and I know a bunch of lawyer people who don't have jobs. So maybe I wouldn't be getting 6 figures.
Maybe.
Till next time.
Peace.